Hi folks, today we're going to be making card number 2 from the May 2024 Paper Pumpkin Father's Day box. Once again, thanks for stopping by Tam Stamps. Here's what we're going to need for today's card. We're going to need a couple of stamps. We're going to need adhesive dots as well as foam hexes. We're going to need 2 cutouts. We're going to need our monthly ink. We're going to need the front cover. And of course, we're going to need the card base as well as the envelope, because you can't send a card without the envelope. Let's get going. All right, I'm going to start out with the easy punch out. Go. And this will be our single stamp for the card itself. The other stamp's going to be for the envelope. And as I mentioned in the first video, I found that the intricacies of these stamps, I have to use more pressure on the actual ink pad as I'm inking up these stamps, just to make sure that we get the right amount. Now, you're going to see me take a look at this. And this is another reason why I like these clear stamps, is because I looked at that through the clear stamp and I went, wow, it just doesn't seem like it has enough ink on there. And that gave me the opportunity to go back and go ahead and get a little bit more ink on there so I'd get a better print and didn't have to worry about coming up, half-cocked on this thing. So again, a great idea to have these clear stamps. Now making sure I got it right side up. And there's our Happy Father's Day from this set. And this will be the card that I'm going to send to my dad. And I hope he likes it. I'm sure he's going to say he does, even if he doesn't. But I really do hope he likes it. And on this one, we're going to put 3 of our adhesive dots onto the back of that, because we are going to add a little bit of a highlight on the back of it that's going to make it pop even more from the card. You'll see this here in a minute. And folks, if you do enjoy these videos, please, we would appreciate if you would give us a like and hit the subscribe button as well to make sure that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And here is the highlight that we're going to be adding to the back of that banner there. And you can see from the way that it's sitting on my work mat here, that dark background behind the white banner makes it pop just right off of the work mat itself. And imagine what it's going to look like on the card. Now to the back of the little highlight we added there, I'm going to add 1 adhesive dot and 2 foam hexes. And no, unlike the card yesterday, I did not make a mistake. It is intended to have 1 adhesive dot and 2 hexes, and you'll see why here in just a minute. Alright, that's good to go. Now we're going to do the facing of our card, the front of our card here. And as I often do, I fold it a little bit just so I can see the crease more readily as I'm aligning the card front. And as always, I'll be using an extra piece of the card front as my template. So once I get it squared up here, I'm going to bring in that other piece and marry it up right there. And now I'll know exactly where I need to put that front piece when I bring it back to actually mount it on the card. And this is going to be 6 quick adhesive dots. Time to get the little covers off and get this guy mounted up. And folks, as always, I will have a list of the items that we used here if you want to use the ink. And here we go. And there we go, square it up just like we wanted it. All right. And here's what we're going to do with the big tear outs. Going to get a couple of foam hexes and put on there, 3 of them to be exact. Just making sure I get this positioned right so I can have the banner on top of it as well, and I'll have the banner hanging off the side of the card. And now we can see why we're using one adhesive dot and the other 2 are hexes, as the adhesive dot is going to be on top of the circle with the trees, and then the 2 hexes will be off to the side on the card base. Just making sure I get it squared up on the top and bottom. And there we go. Folded down, it looks great. And we'll finish up here with the envelope because, as we all know, you can't send a card without an envelope. And again, extra pressure down here for the trees. There's a lot of intricate detail in those leaves and the branches, and I want to make sure that all comes through. And there you go, folks. That is the second card of our paper pumpkin box for this month. This will be the card that I am going to be sending to my father. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and thanks for stopping by Tam Stamps.